On today's show, we explore why embarrassment might actually be the key to freedom, confidence, fun, creativity, and the life you truly want to live. So grab your popcorn, get comfy, and stop letting the fear of looking stupid hold you back, because it's time to Movify your life, cringe main character style. Welcome to the Movify Your Life show, the plot twist you've been waiting for. I'm your host, Jessica Grace Coleman, and through the Movify Your Life method, I'll show you how to step into the starring role of your story and create a life worth watching. Every Movify Monday, you'll learn how to turn everyday moments into unforgettable memories, activate your main character energy, and use cinematic tools to boldly chase your biggest dreams, like the movie star you truly are. Because when the credits roll, I want you to look back at your life like it's the greatest film ever made, full of meaning, magic, and most importantly, zero regrets. And because I truly believe everyone deserves to live an epic life fit for the big screen. So grab your popcorn, cue the music, and together, let's Movify your life. Hello, and welcome to the Movify Your Life show. I am your host, Jessica Grace Coleman, founder of Movify Your Life, director, founder of the Movify Your Life cinematic universe, as I call it. You can find out more at movifyyourlife.com if you're new here and don't know what on earth I'm talking about. But basically, Movifying Your Life is all about creating an epic, movie-worthy life fit for the big screen that we'll feel proud of and happy to look back on when our time comes and the credits roll, because that's what it's all about. Today is going to be quite a short episode. If you listened to last week's episode all about my Canada trip, you'll know that I wanged on for an hour, over an hour actually. So I'm going to make this a little bit shorter, especially as I'm recording them in the same session. And I did one before that as well. And I'm still getting over the jet lag. So we'll see how it goes. But I wanted to do an episode on embracing the cringe and how embarrassment and intentionally putting yourself out there and getting embarrassed can literally change your life. Yes, your fear of looking silly is holding you back, as I put in the title. I know it held me back for years and years, decades in fact. And it wasn't until I started really just doing silly things, like in public and recording them and putting them out there, that I really understood this. And I think this can affect people in like pretty much every area of their lives. So people don't start the business because they're scared that people will laugh at their idea. They don't post online because they're worried that people from school or people in their family will judge them. They don't dance, sing, wear the outfit, travel alone, make videos, speak up, flirt with a person, chase the dream, do the TikTok dance, or fully express themselves because they're terrified of looking silly, like it's the worst thing in the world. Whereas actually, it's really not that bad. And the irony is that the people who usually end up having the most fun, who have the best stories to tell, who go on the biggest adventures, who end up having the most confidence and the most cinematic lives are often the people willing to look a little ridiculous along the way. And I kind of think of this as like embarrassment exposure therapy, which I don't know if that's a term or not, but I think it works. And this is basically what I accidentally did while filming my movie Mentary. So this is my documentary with a twist, my 2-hour feature-length film I filmed on my phone. It's available to watch for free on YouTube, link in the show notes. It started out as a documentary, me trying to Movify my life in 2024. And then it descended into cinematic chaos. I started adding little spoofs here and there, little skits, little sketches. And then it became this whole thing. I find it hard to explain. There is a serious line through it. There is actual documentary footage of me and my year and what I did and what happened to me, all the good and the bad and the very, very, very bad. But there's also a huge injection of absolute silliness. And I filmed so many ridiculous things in public, like crazy outfits. I had 2 sidekicks. One was a sparkly disco strawberry with googly eyes and a moustache called the Red Baron. And one was a tiny cutout of Pedro Pascal called Pocket Pascal. So that gives you the idea, the level of silliness. And I truly think we should be more silly, especially as adults. We kind of lose the magic and the magic of being silly, basically, the magic of playing when we're younger, or imagination and having a wonderful time with our friends, like running around pretending to be characters and creating storylines and all that good stuff. And I think we should do more of it as adults. But this did meant that I was roaming around in public, filming stuff and looking completely unhinged most of the time. And let me tell you, at first, it felt awful. I felt like everyone was staring at me, and a lot of people were, to be fair. I felt like hyper visible. You assume that because they're staring at you, they're judging you, and that they must be judging you negatively when you don't actually know that. You feel awkward and exposed and deeply self-conscious. And, for me, I'm a very quiet introvert who hates being the center of attention anyway. So this was like really my worst nightmare, but I really, really wanted to create this film. Like it was a huge part of my year, a year that was really shit. And it was a way of sort of processing my feelings and emotions, and being creative really helps me. So I really wanted to do it, even though I felt ridiculous. But the thing is, like, I did a lot of this on my own, but I also roped in some friends, and I felt really bad because they were also going around feeling ridiculous. But the thing is, like, very, very quickly, like, say if we did a whole day shooting, after about 10 or 15 minutes of those however many hours it was, you really just start not caring. You start laughing and having fun, and you still see people staring at you, but you don't immediately think, oh my God, they must be judging me so bad right now. You just get on with it. You're like, so what if they're judging me? I think they're probably thinking, like, wondering what's going on, or like looking at my outfit and being like, what's going on here? I feel like something's happening. Why are they filming this? Like, what is this for? Is it for YouTube? Is it for social media? Like, what's going on? They're probably just trying to figure out what's going on, honestly. Some people might even be thinking, wow, those people are having a great time. I wish I was having a great time with my friends like they are. One woman pointed at me in the Cotswolds when I was there and laughed, pointed me out to a friend and laughed. But I was like, hey, I'm making someone's day. They saw something unusual and found it funny, and that added something positive to their day. But yeah, at the start, I was really embarrassed. And then like the embarrassment lost its power over me. I left my dignity at the door and I just got on with it. And the more you do that, honestly, the more freeing it is. Like, you can feel so good after a day spent in ridiculous outfits, doing ridiculous things in public. You just don't care anymore. Like, people's opinions of you, they just don't hold that power anymore. And I think this happens often gradually over years if you're slowly putting yourself out there and doing new things. But if you did what I did, which was film a whole movie-mentary in a year, and there were several months where it was just like constantly going out and filming stuff in public, it's like a quantum leap, I guess. And you get to the end very quickly the point where you don't feel embarrassed anymore. So it's good to go out and sort of get it over with, really, because then you just don't care anymore. Because humans, we adapt to things incredibly quickly. And the thing that feels terrifying the first time, it often becomes like weirdly normal, but also just really fun, like I said. The anticipation is usually far worse than the actual thing. And like I said, once you get into it, you actually start enjoying it. And that's the best bit. So I know that confidence is built by going out there and doing things, but it's often built by surviving embarrassment, not avoiding it, and maybe even like actively pursuing it, like I did, filming my movie-mentary. The confidence arrives afterwards, after the hard thing. And the more you put yourself out there and do the scary things, and often the scary things are the things that just you think might embarrass you, then, you come to realize like, oh, I survived. Like, nothing bad happened. Yes, that one woman pointed and laughed at me. It was, positive energy around it. She wasn't being malicious. The world didn't collapse. Everyone moved on. I'm still here and it's fine. So there's this whole thing online that people talk about being cringe. Like, I cannot believe she posted that, her dancing when she can't dance. That's so cringe. And it goes together with the main character syndrome, which I talked about a few weeks ago, where people say it in a negative light. If someone's doing something and filming it and putting it on social media, for instance, and they say, oh, she really thinks she's the main character, doesn't she? And, oh God, how cringy is this? But we need to embrace the cringe, because the people who put themselves out there and post the cringy things, they're the people that make things happen. They're the people that amazing, incredible things happen to. There are so many like people out there I follow on social media who do like little skits, like tiny little skits, funny videos. They don't care how stupid they look. Like, intentionally make themselves do things that people might consider cringe. And I follow so many of these people. And after like 2 or 3 years or something, you start seeing them popping up like Hollywood events or like film premieres, and they're hosting something or they're interviewing people on the red carpet. And that happened because they put themselves out there and they did cringe things and they didn't care what people thought. And they just got over the embarrassment by posting a video every day. And people noticed them because they were doing something different. And I always find this incredible. I love it when I've followed someone for years, started following them at the start, loved all their videos, and now they're out there on the red carpet interviewing celebrities and meeting all these cool people and making videos with famous people. Like, it's just, I love it. They're the ones that had the guts to go out there and do cringe things and not care what people thought. And that's how you get ahead in life. And that's how you stop caring what people think. And once you do that, you can literally do anything. Because I think the number one thing holding most people back are fear of what other people think. So once you got that out of the way, what's stopping you? Yourself, probably, if you're anything like me. But you can work on that as well. So I just think it's so important to embrace the cringe and put yourself in situations where things may get a little embarrassing, or people may judge you, or people may point and laugh at you, and you survive it and it's fine, and you do it again and you build your confidence, and soon you're doing crazy things and you're not caring and you're not interviewing people on the red carpet. Why not? Okay, movie star, real talk. Are you tired of feeling like a background extra in your own life? Then it's time to step into the spotlight and activate your main character era. And I've got just the thing to help you do it. Grab my free Movie Star Alter Ego Starter Kit, your behind-the-scenes pass to creating the bold, brave, action-taking version of you who goes after their dreams like the star of a blockbuster. Inside, you'll discover how to design your alter ego, choose your transformational item, pick your theme song, and build the rituals and confidence cues you need to start living your life like the epic movie it was meant to be. So, if you're ready to rewrite your script, roll camera, and finally take the lead, head to movifyyourlife.com/free to download your free starter kit now. That's movifyyourlife.com/free. Your next scene starts today. And now, let's get back to the action. So I just wanted to sort of talk about this a bit more, because I like this idea of embarrassment exposure therapy. Because I think exposure therapy obviously works. I can't remember the name of it, but there's been several TV shows about people's phobias, things like that, and they get them past their phobia by exposing them to the thing they're scared of. And I remember one in particular, I think it was some mainland European country, and there was this person who was scared of clowns, and they got them in the room with a clown. And the first, I'm laughing because of the way they went about it, not because of the phobia. I get it. But the first day, they just had the person like stand in the doorway and look at the clown in the corner of the room, and no one said anything. And that was creepy as hell. Of course they're going to be scared of the clown. And then the next day they got a bit closer and stuff like that. And by the end of it, they were like, I want you to talk to the clown and have a conversation. And when they did, the clown was like, all right, I'm Dave, wasn't they? And he was just like talking like a normal bloke. And the person with the phobia was like, oh, well, that's not scary at all. He's just a bloke in a wig with some makeup. And I was thinking, like, why didn't they get them to talk to the clown in the day one? You could have cut out the middle bit. But anyway, I get doing it gradually with things. Like if I was there with a big tarantula, I'm not as bad as spiders anymore, but I still would have to gradually get to the point where I was like hanging out with a spider, having fun. So we see this a lot on social media, as I say. People say, I can't believe she's that cringy. And I say, be more cringy. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know I am cringy AF. And I am trying to be, because I am doing this embarrassment exposure thing. I want to get past the point where I care. And I honestly think I've got there, because I posted some stuff that I've been quite embarrassed about, or I would have been embarrassed about in the past, like me dancing in my car. And now I'm just like, yeah, whatever. People will think what they think. Maybe someone will see it and it will give them permission to go and be a bit cringy and not care what other people think too. And then there's a ripple effect, and, you know, anyone who watches your stuff or passes it on can help other people care less about what people think as well. And that means they can go on to do great things too. So be more cringe. But then what happens when you stop caring so much? Like I say, fear of judgment is a huge thing that controls so many people's lives. It stops them doing so many things. It stopped me doing so many things. And of course, I still care what people think, but it no longer has the power to stop me going after my goals. You stop asking, what if people are going to laugh at me? And start asking, what will I miss out on in life because I was too scared to look silly? And that's kind of a powerful question, isn't it? Then that's the real tragedy. Not embarrassment, not cringe, but regret. So once you stop letting fear of judgment control your decisions, suddenly your whole life opens up. You start applying for opportunities, posting that content you wanted to post online, speaking up, meeting people, traveling, trying new hobbies, expressing yourself, dressing how you actually want to dress, stepping into your alter ego. If you've not got your movie star alter ego, go to movifyyourlife.com/free to get your free guide, and becoming more fully yourself. I just feel so passionately about this that I wanted to do an episode, even though I knew it wouldn't be long, basically telling you to just, I know it's not as easy as it sounds, but once you start doing it, it gets easier. And before you know it, you'll be talking to that clown named Dave and dancing with a spider and not caring what anyone thinks and just getting over your fears left, right and center. And this ties into Movify Your Life because I think a lot of the things I talk about, like going on a huge trip, maybe people don't do it because they don't have the money or the time. That's fair enough. But maybe they're not doing it because they think people will be like, oh, look at her going on a fancy trip, spending all that money on travel when she should be spending it on something else. Or maybe you're worried about what people think if you do start a side hustle or do that thing that's, that big dream that you've always wanted to go after. But it seems a little silly because it's not the normal 9 to 5 or go to uni, get married, get a house, get kids, get a dog. It's not the normal path. So you think, oh, I don't want everyone to judge me. Like it can literally stop you doing so many things. Movifying your life is all about having fun, putting yourself out there, stepping outside your comfort zone, being noticed. And I hate being the center of attention, as I said. But when you get noticed, amazing things happen. Like those people who end up interviewing celebrities on the red carpet. And when you get noticed, having fun and not caring what people think, it gives other people permission to have fun and not care what people think. And it's this amazing ripple effect, as I said. So this week, I want you to go out there and do something cringy and preferably record it and put it online. This could be doing a little dance. It could be wearing something you wouldn't usually wear, something you think draws attention to yourself. Maybe you're not used to that attention. Maybe it's something that you think might look a little silly because it's so far away from your usual style that everyone's going to be like, why on earth is she wearing red heart-shaped sunglasses and glitter on her face? Just go out there, do something, be bold, put yourself out there and aim to get noticed. Aim to feel a little embarrassed. Go out and do something with the intention of being cringy AF and not caring, because that's the first step to pure freedom. Go out and do something silly. Go out and do something fun just for the sake of it and don't care what other people think. And bonus points if you film it and put it online. I know this sounds silly in itself, but it's so important in life to not care what people think about you and to be able to go and have fun without worrying what other people think. And as I say, it opens up so many doors once you get over that hurdle. I think we all should be more cringe. Be expressive, be passionate, be playful, be visible. Allow yourself to be excited about things, little things, silly things, anything. Because the people desperately trying to look cool all the time, they're probably not actually having that much fun. And when the credits fall on your life, which I say all the time, I really don't think you will regret dressing up, dancing badly, making weird videos, trying too hard, in air quotes, caring deeply, being enthusiastic, or fully living your life. You'll regret the moments you didn't do any of that stuff. You'll regret the parts you didn't do out of fear. You'll regret holding back because you're scared of looking silly. So with this in mind, maybe the most main character thing you can do is just stop trying to look cool and start allowing yourself to fully live, even if you feel silly doing it, especially if you feel silly doing it. Wear the costume, film the reel, dance really badly if you want, post the cringy thing, whatever it is, be seen, have fun, and encourage others to do the same. Because your fear of looking silly might be the very thing stopping you from becoming that amazing person you were always meant to be. If today's episode resonated with you, I would love for you to share it on social media. Tag me at Movify Your Life. DM me, tell me what's one cringe thing you are going to do this week, and then actually go and do it. And as I say, if you want to get my movie star alter ego starter kit free guide, which can help you stop playing small and start fully living, you can grab it at movifyyourlife.com/free. As always, my movie stars, thank you so much for listening. And remember, the people who fully live their lives are rarely the people who spent the whole time trying to look cool. They're the people who don't give an F, do it anyway, and be cringe. So go embrace the cringe and Movify your life. And until next Movify Monday, I'll catch you on the red carpet. Thank you so much for listening to the Movify Your Life show. Before you go, don't forget to sign up for the main character memo mailing list at movifyyourlife.com/list for exclusive tips, treats, and behind-the-scenes magic. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you could please subscribe, leave a review, or share this podcast with a friend. Let's spread that Movify message far and wide because everyone deserves to live an epic life fit for the big screen. I'll see you next week for another Movify Monday. Until then, that's a wrap.